Here we are, another day on the Volkswagen. I got the hard lines installed when I had this in a box, so I put this new master cylinder in. This hard line was a lot longer than it needed to be, I felt. I don't know if I straightened it on accident, removing it from this one, but that was one difference. This does look wider. Let's see. Yeah, I think that pan's wider in the front, so that explains that. This one also, I had to put a more severe S-curve into it to make it work. But this one slid right in and popped right into place. Landed right where I wanted it to. I shot some brake cleaner through before I put everything together, so it should be nice and clean, and I'm not gonna torch my new components. Threw some black spray paint on this master cylinder. This old one is all rusted out. Well, not rusted out, but it was ugly. And that's where we're at, dealing with some rain, and it's gonna get heavier in the next few days, so I slung up this tarp out. Know how well this will protect me as I work, but I can get another one if I want. I did spend the money and got a tap for these bolt holes at the end of the horns, just because they sat without any hardware in them for so long. They were pretty gummed up with rust, and that tap pulled out a lot of sludge and rusty gunk out of there, so that was worth it. Oiled these up and threaded them in just for the time being. So next I was going to take these apart. Check out those bushings. I'm sure they're pretty old. That one probably needed that job done. It was so squirrely on the freeway, that might have been a part of it. But yeah, steady as she goes. It's raining even harder today, but we've made some progress. On this pan, I cut the transmission out. I torched it, cut that out, and got it tacked onto the new old pan. Just tacked on, ready for the welder. Yeah, rain's coming down pretty hard. Comes and goes, but when it comes, it pours pretty hard. That took a lot of the time. Did that New Year's Eve, and we mounted up the transmission on the horns. Didn't get a video, but we mounted up the transmission to mock up where that plate would land. So I bolted it up back here, made sure that it could shift, ran the shifter rod down the tunnel, and bolted up the shifter and made sure we could get all 4 gears. And that told me it was good, and I tacked that transmission mount up. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get motivated to work out here today. Yesterday I had to go and get new bottles for the torch. $120. Good news is I got this. The van is fully operational again. Only thing is the pedal doesn't return, so you kind of have to curl your toes around, bring it down to idle. But the cable that I got did the trick. No more womping. So that's pretty exciting. Drove it to the beach. Drove it a lot yesterday. Picked up those bottles. I wanted to get some square tubing for this project, but the shop was closed Friday after New Year's. Yeah, I guess the next thing is I need to close this up. Someone before me had this chopped open like a little half-assed air scoop, and then like a tunnel pop riveted together, I guess to scoop air into the radiator. Kind of lame, but I think I'll just make a panel that bolts on. There's already holes there, so we could just use those. It's not a restoration, it's a working van still. So, yeah, steady progress.